Nonon Biyori Repeat Review. Settle down on the sofa and get comfy with your favorite cold beverage and prepare to relax once again with one of the comfiest anime in town. Nonon Biyori Repeat. Bring us back to the peaceful countryside village of Asahigaoka for the world new bunch of hijinks with schoolgirls Renge Hotaru Natsumi and Komari. Animo sequels, Nonon Biyori Repeat takes us back during the same period of time shown in the first season, covering transfer student Hotaru's first year in the village. This may seem odd at first as you start out watching the same initial setup, but it ends up working really well, and in the long run it gives it the opportunity to dive deeper into the main character and show us a different angle on already established events. Instead of placing its initial focus on Hotaru, but instead seeing things more from Renge's perspective, with the opening episode acting more as a prequel as it shows her entering the school for the first time as a student. Complete with all the nerves and jitters that it entails, it's a cute opener and a really open way to start the series that means you can jump into the fresh whether you see the first season or not. For those who haven't, episode 2 provides a handy recap that reintroduces Hotaru before it jumps back into all new content that helps elaborate on just why she comes to latch on to Komari. Apart from these and giving a different angle on certain things like public holidays, the rest of the show is brand new and is designed to slot nicely in between episodes for the first season in a way that you can watch them together in chronological order if you wanted to. It is interesting to compare the two though. It feels like Repeat has a more comedic tune with funnier stories. Moments like Renge scaring Komari with her Bozo costume. Komari falling victim to a curse, which sees her getting endlessly soaked when cleaning the school pool, and Hotaru twinkling over her favorite magical girl anime to the obvious Natsumi Aura delight, having an absolute stitches at points. And this is also helped the pacing a bit too, as I feel that even in some of the slower episodes, I was still engaged as it was more focused on what the characters were doing, rather than just painting a picture of the idyllic country life. It still does the later in Repeat. From the time to time, however, editing effectiveness varies a lot more being a much needed reader to that acquired instruction. There's a moment in the first episode, for example, where the kids are singing the school song, and I feel that the camera should have been rather than panning over the landscape. I can see what it was going for, but I feel that it is misplaced the emotional beat for what I personally wanted to see. Apart from the slight misstep, it still retains the first series' strength of delivery in producing heartwarming moment and solid character development despite having more of a focus on the comedy. Renge once again gets perhaps the most emotional of these with episodes that show her leading to ride her bike or coming to understand the life cycle to Temple Shrimp, but it still does a good job of balancing the characters out, driving each of them out of their comfort zone. As much as the show is about having fun, I like that it's eager to throw its characters in at the deep and sometimes literally and see them come out and better for it. And the other side, or to put it in other terms, it's as rewarding as seeing your own children or younger siblings grow up. In that sense, it can be very relatable. It does, however, skip out the adult characters this time around. There's the odd moment here and there, like Kaidi making okonomiyaki, Kazuo taking the kids to see the fireflies, or Ataru's mother playing along with her wanting to be treated like a child. But there are larger background characters here, which is a little bit of a shame, as they were handled so well in the first season. The series continues to be produced by Silverlink, and the animation is consistent with the first season, offering that same bold and colorful looks with character standings out against some beautiful painterly background art. Individual character designs felt more at home here, in contrast as well, as specific parts of the story addressing some characters looking too old or too young for their age. The soundtracks also continues to deliver, with Hiromi Mizutani composing a new batch of wholesome background music to sit alongside returning pieces and themes from the first season, which all blends into an overall soundscape. They really built an immersive and peaceful countryside and atmosphere. Pop band Nado That Rip returned with a lovely new opening theme, Kodama Kotodama, while the main cast performed the ending theme, Okairi, serves as a charming bookend to each episode. None of Biyori Repeat is brought to us via MVM and contains all 12 episodes of the TV series and the subtitle only release. Again, but the thing having a double have opened the series up to more people is not a deal breaker, and the Japanese cast continue to put in some great work. Really pulling out with the kids' voices, Kotori Kawaii is still the standout here, with the amount of authenticity she gives Renge, but there's plenty to enjoy from the other cast members too. I wasn't a big fan of what Sentai had tried to do with the subtitles run. The main subtitle track is largely fine, but it feels like they got overboard elsewhere, with signs and symbols in all sorts of different fonts and colors. Meanwhile, the script is peppered with translator neat notes that feel but rather unnecessary in places, with some giving up a Keikaku means plan. By how the later they explain how in Japanese word they have been replaced in the main subtitle track. It feels like they are trying to copy from how discotheque have up their game as subtitling but have completely flopped on the execution. The original review copy we were given also have no make subtitle track on episode 3, but after contacting MVM, we were issued a reprint that fixed this, so it should be fine for its actual release. While there's still no inclusion on the OVA episode for the season, extras have much improved with the selection of commentary tracks for certain episodes, as well as cast interviews, the Takashi about the series, which lets the main cast members loose at the Japanese sweet shop, trailers, promotional videos, and clean opening and animations. Overall, Nanan Biyori Repeat is a strong, consistent follow-up to show us a relaxing, wholesome country life during the eyes of its fun and charming cast and characters as they off. Learning grow through a variety of engaging adventures. Learning more into the comedy gives it to a slightly different flavor, but it doesn't diminish its core qualities. But its approach of adding more content onto the game window gives returning fans enough reason to come back without alienating newcomers. Some annoyances with the subtitles aside, this is an amazingly fun show and one that I definitely recommend picking up. 8 out of 10.